What's up you guys, my name is Michael Tandarich and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about Parler. So unless you've been living underneath a rock, the 2020 election has shaken up a lot of different things. And one of the things that's shaken up has been social media. And on a lot of these large social media platforms like Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, we've been seeing a lot of censorship on political posts. So what that means is basically if you put a post up on Facebook or Twitter and Instagram about the election, it has the chance of being shadow banned or banning your account or deleting the post completely. And what people are finding is that a lot of times the more right-leaning conservative stuff gets banned a lot faster than anything else. And by a lot faster I mean like is really the only thing getting banned. So with that, in comes this new app called Parler. Parler claims to be an unbiased social media platform, which means basically you can post anything on there and it doesn't get fact-checked, I guess you'd call it. And obviously a lot of people think that social media should just be a place where you can say whatever and not get fact-checked. And that's very clear and apparent because apparently 4.5 million people have moved over to Parler since last Friday, according to the Washington Post. Excuse me, the Washington Times, not the Washington Post. So clearly there's a huge need for it and a lot of people are moving over to Parler. Okay, so let's jump into what Parler is, why I think it's going to be successful, and why you should be getting onto the app too. So as previously mentioned, Parler is basically just an unbiased social media app. I've been utilizing Parler for the past week and kind of diving in and understanding it a little better, and essentially it really is just kind of like any other social media platform. It has a news feed, has a discover area, has notifications, there's hashtag searching, you can like or upvote things, and you can share or echo things is what they call it in Parler. So essentially it's literally just like any other social media app, but it has that unbiased factor to it. Now I will say a lot of the people that are on Parler right now are very conservative leaning, which is totally fine by me. But I have to say it is really nice to be able to go to an app and not see those notifications everywhere about the election, not seeing notifications under every single post that is about the election, saying certain things that it's gotten fact checked. It's just nice to kind of, I don't know, go back to almost normal really and be able to just go through a social media app and just see what I want to see and not have those fact checking things hitting me in the face. So essentially Parler is just another social media app that is unbiased. And clearly that is something that people really want right now since 4.5 million people have already moved over to it since last Friday, and I'm sure it's a lot higher now. Now, here's why I think it'll be successful. In the past, there's a lot of different apps like Meerkat, Vine, Yik Yak. I don't know why Yik Yak went away. I actually really like that app. And there's been a couple other ones where they kind of get off the ground, but then they like peter out, mainly because they have a lot of bugginess right at the beginning. And by bugginess, I mean like when you go to refresh your news feed, it says there's too many people on there and you can't even see anything, and you don't get any notifications because there's too many people coming on. So they aren't prepared for that huge mass exodus from these other apps coming on their new app. Parler had a little period that last week where basically you went to go look at your news feed or notifications or anything like that and nothing. And it would just say some kind of message like, hey, there's too many people on the app right now, we're doing our best to fix it. But if you're able to get past that mass exodus and take on that many people onto your database, then that is where you can kind of get into a better groove of getting that app off the ground. Another reason why I think it'll be successful is it taps into a need of what people are wanting right now, which is basically unbiased social media. Along with that, there's a lot of people that are already on the app that have a huge amount of followings. Once you have that many people on there following a certain account and following multiple different accounts, it has a better chance of gaining traction over the long term. So obviously they've gotten over like the real buggy stage. I'm sure they'll have more bugs in the future. And then also there's been these accounts where there's a lot of people following these individual accounts, which shows that the traction is gaining on the app. And ultimately, I think it taps into a need that's very wanted right now. And that's why I think long term, I think it's going to be a successful app. However, like I mentioned previously, it is very conservative leaning. However, as I previously mentioned, it is very conservative leaning. So I think something that might go against them potentially is the fact that if they aren't able to get the other side onto their app, it might end up not lasting as long as it could have if everyone's on there. Ultimately, I think the reason you should be on it from an individual standpoint is I think to be on an app where it's unbiased and being able to put out the things that you want and not get them fact checked by the app that you're on, I think provides a freedom that every app should have, and I think it should be left to the user to determine if that information is true or not. It almost forces you to do your own research, which I think in the long term, it's better for us to be self-educated. And if you're a marketer or an entrepreneur or a small business owner, I think you need to see this as a huge new opportunity for you also. Clearly, a lot of people are making a mass exodus over to that app. Who knows if it'll last long term, but a lot of people are going over to that app, which provides you the opportunity to reach more people quicker because you're jumping into this new landscape and claiming your ground before it's already been settled. Something like Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, those apps have already been settled, and it's hard to get your audience because as these apps grow, they cut down on your awareness and they rather you pay to be able to grow your awareness. Parler apparently actually has been showing 40% more of its content to their followers. So that means you're hitting 40% more people than you would have if you put your stuff out on Twitter. Also, when people move over to a new app, they're all excited and looking for new people to follow, new people to have conversations with, and that provides you the opportunity to get in there and really interact with people and start to really build your following on this new hype of this new app. So as an individual or a marketing and business owner, I would highly suggest just jumping on this app and testing it out. It's always good to get on these new things, and like I said, there's huge opportunities to really grow your following if you are a marketer, a business owner, or an entrepreneur. So that's it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below if you've gotten on Parler, what you think of it, and if you think it will last long term. And then finally, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and like this video. It helps me get it out more. But if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, the next video I'm doing is going to be a series on how I make $10,000 a month off of a course starting from scratch. And I've never run a course before, so this will be interesting. Thank you for watching the video, and I'll catch you in the next one.